Hey, this is Tom Trywoody. How's it going? I hope everyone is doing well. There's something very special about working with the mind and the breath together. You can go to a mental health counselor or a clinical psychologist and talk about your thoughts and emotions and get a lot of benefit. You can go to a yoga teacher who can teach you breathing exercises to relieve stress, help you to relax, and increase your energy level. This can also be highly beneficial. But there's something very special and very powerful or synergistic about working with the mind and the breath together, especially when you do an hour of conscious connected breathing and raise the quality of your thoughts. Working with the mind and the breath in this way is kind of like a cleansing and a reprogramming. If you were to improve your diet, say eat more raw fruits and vegetables, do some juicing, or if you were to do things like exercise, take a sauna, or get a massage, you're doing all these wonderful things for your health. You wouldn't want to put a bunch of garbage back in your body again. So while this is true physically, it's also true psychologically and emotionally. Once you do an hour of conscious connected breathing and really clean yourself out, you want to put good stuff back in. You want to raise the quality of your thoughts. One of the best ways I know how to do this is through the use of affirmations. An affirmation is a positive thought that you immerse in your consciousness in order to create a desired effect. Some people have had excellent results with affirmations, and others have not. Others perhaps are skeptical, feel frustrated, or think that affirmations don't work for them. I believe one of the main reasons why affirmations don't work for people is that they have not yet cleared a majority of the negative suppressed thoughts and emotions in the subconscious. I'm going to give you a technique that directly addresses this issue. This technique would work most effectively if done in conjunction with breath work. However, even by itself, it can still be highly beneficial. This affirmation technique was developed by Sandra Ray, another great pioneer in the field of breath work. I think it may even have been how she got into breath work. Sandra Ray was living in California at one time, this was many years ago, and she was getting into car accidents frequently. They weren't serious car accidents, more like fender benders, but still, her insurance rates were getting extremely high, and she was starting to feel frantic. She didn't know what to do. So a friend suggested, don't worry, just go see Leonard Orr, he'll help you out. She's probably curious, wondering who Leonard Orr was. So she makes an appointment with Leonard Orr. Leonard gives her an affirmation to write. I now have a successful driving consciousness. She's probably thinking, this is ridiculous, how's this going to help me? But like I said, she's feeling kind of desperate and willing to try anything at this point. So she agrees to work with this affirmation, writing it down every day. Now, a key to this technique is that you keep a response column on the right-hand side of the page. Any negative responses that you have, any resistance, you write down in the response column. So you write the affirmation 3 times, pause, and come up with a response. 3 times, pause, response, that kind of thing, until you fill up about half a page or a page. Now, what usually happens is that the responses start out very negative, then become less negative, neutral, positive, or nothing. It all comes up. This is an indication of being done with the affirmation for the day. So she did this every day for several weeks, and she stopped getting into car accidents. As far as I know, this is still held true for her some 20 years later when she wrote about it in one of her books. She was so impressed with the results of this, she decided to use it in other areas of her life, for prosperity and relationships, and she had excellent results in these areas as well. Now, this seems like a very simple or basic technique, but it's really quite ingenious because of the response column. If you were to say, I want a brand new sports car, but I can't afford it. The first half of the statement, I want a brand new sports car, through the law of attraction, you would be attracting or magnetizing the car to you. But when you say, "But I cannot afford it," you are sabotaging and canceling out this creation. It's the "but I cannot afford it" is what you put down in your response column. This is the negative self-talk that people commonly do. It is the awareness of and the clearing of these negative thoughts that will help you to create and manifest what you want. So this affirmation technique is done every day for about a month or until the issue is resolved. Now my suggestion is to work with no more than 3 affirmations at a time using this technique, mainly because you want to keep your energy focused rather than too scattered. Now most people are more into using computers than they are writing things out by hand. So you can do this on your computer, your word processor. Just type the affirmation 3 times, pause, and then type your response in parentheses, rather than writing it out and putting the response on the right-hand side of the page. I recommend, however, that you experiment with both the writing and the typing to see if one way works better for you. Now, it's also a good idea to conclude by doing a couple sets of 3 affirmations without putting down a response. This allows the positive thought to immerse in your consciousness. Now, in doing this affirmation technique, after, say, several weeks, you may notice a pattern or a common theme in your negative responses. And then what you can do is you can counter these negative thoughts with new affirmations. And this is an excellent way to positively reprogram your mind. I'd like to conclude by talking briefly about cleansing reactions. Going back to the original example, if you would improve your diet, say eat more raw fruits and vegetables, do some juicing, or maybe go on a short fast, you could have a cleansing reaction. As toxins get activated, you could experience a number of symptoms: headache, irritability, frustration, fatigue, restlessness. But as you stick with your cleanse, usually the toxins clear out and you feel a lot better afterwards. The same thing or a similar thing is true when you do breath work and use affirmations. You could also have cleansing reactions, physically, psychologically, or emotionally. But like weeding out weeds from your garden, the more you stick with it, the more you clear things out, and the greater success. I hope you liked this video. If so, please click the like and subscribe buttons. And I hope you use affirmations in ways that are very positive and beneficial in your life. Thank you.